Hi there, welcome to another video on banishing your email horrors. In the first video we looked at some fairly simple measures that you could put into place, and those were simply sorting email messages into folders. We're going to notch it up a level in this video. We're going to take a look at sweep and rules for your outlook.com or hotmail. Keep watching if you want to find out more. Okay, so here we are for the next installment of organising your inbox to avoid your email horrors. We're going to be taking a look at sweep and automatic rules. The two are both very similar. The sweep rules are a little easier to set up and allow, I would say, a little bit more flexibility. We'll look at the differences between the two as we go along. So what we'll do is we'll start off with looking at some sweep rules. So basically the sweep rule will run automatically in the background for you and is really useful for getting rid of a lot of junk email. We'll just scroll down this inbox here and we'll just see if we can find some that circulars. Maybe we'll look in the other tab. I've still got the filter settings set the same as in the first video. So we've got some from Ancestry there, so we might want to keep those, although a lot of them are circulars. Okay, so we've got some from booking.com here. These look like they're just circulars anyway, so what we do is just tick on one of them and then you'll see at the top you've got your button marked sweep. Just click on that and it'll say 4 messages from, and it'll show you the email address that it's actually come from. So in this particular case it's a booking.com email campaign. That's the address that they're using. So the choices we've got are fairly straightforward. Move all messages from the inbox folder. If we select that one, move to deleted items. So we can just say whenever we get an email from booking.com, just shift them straight to the bin. Now probably what you want to do is to unsubscribe from their list if you wanted to choose those options there, so you may as well unsubscribe. However, sometimes you might want to see the latest one. I would go with always keep the latest message and move the rest from the inbox folder. So we only want to see the latest one. If you wanted to see more messages from that sender and just delete the ones that are older than 10 days old, of course you can pick that one as well. You can also move the emails to any other folder that you want. It doesn't just have to be deleted items. So we'll go with the deleted items and we'll keep the latest message and move the rest from the inbox folder. I'll just click OK. We'll get a little message there saying that it's successful and it's working in the background, and I'm just going to click OK there. We'll just scroll down to see whether those have actually moved. Go to the other. Just to reload on that. Into other. I'm going to scroll down. I'm looking for those booking.com ones. I think they've actually gone now, so there's just one there. If we have a look in the deleted items folder, I'll just drag down past all those Amazon ones. There's those booking.com ones, so they've been moved to the deleted items folder. Whenever you do delete messages, they end up in your deleted items folder, so if you delete one by mistake, you can actually move it back by selecting it and move it back to whichever folder you want. But I'm going to empty the deleted items folder now by right clicking on it and just doing empty folder and delete all. So there's 272 items in there. Okay, let's do another sweep rule then. So let's go from focus to other. The sweep rules are more useful on all these circulars that you get, where you get lots and lots of emails from a particular email address. So here, look, we've got some boots ones there. I'll just select the first one as I did before. Sweep. The email message is from boots@email.boots.com, and I'm going to do the same on this one as well. So I'm going to keep the latest message but move the rest to the deleted items. Click OK and then OK again. Bra stop, sweep, always keep the latest message, move the rest to deleted items. Bunches Co UK, sweep, keep the latest message and move the rest from the inbox folder into the deleted items. Click OK. I'm just doing another sweep rule here for one that I found, which is probably common to a lot of your own email boxes, and those are messages or notifications from Facebook. Now these come through fairly thick and fast, so on this one, when I do the sweep rule, instead of just keeping the latest one, what I'm going to say is always move messages older than 10 days from the inbox folder, so that I only get the last 10 days worth. I just thought it was worth just showing you that slightly different variation. And another tip for you on creating sweep rules is that you can actually select more than one. So here you can see I've got Just Linen at Dawson selected and class. So if I click sweep now, it'll actually take messages from both of those email addresses. That could be a more streamlined way of doing it rather than doing one at a time. I hadn't actually realised that before, so I've learnt something today as well. I'm still in the other rather than focus part of the mailbox, and I've got quite a few emails here from Ancestry. You can see that some of these messages are for possible matches, so a possible record match there, possible record match, and then some are addressed to Pamela directly, and then the others are circulars. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to select one that appears to be a circular, one that's a match, and one that is addressed to Pamela. And what I want to find out is whether these are from different email addresses or not, and I can do that by clicking on sweep. Now you can see that it says for messages from, so they're all from the same email address, ancestry@email.ancestry.co.uk. So in this case I think a sweep rule is not going to be what I want, because I want to be able to file these according to whether they're a possible record match, whether they're addressed directly to Pamela, or whether they're just a circular. Now I can't do that just from the email address alone, so this is where email rules actually come into play. So I'm going to click cancel there, and we're going to take a look at email rules now. So what you need to do for that is you need to go into settings. So you go to the cog icon at the top right. If you watched the first video you should know how to do this already. Scroll down to the bottom and we want view all Outlook settings, and then in the email section you've got rules. Now you can see here that I've got some rules already set up, but what we'll do is we'll add a new rule, and I'm going to call this one Ancestry Possible Matches Rule. Add a condition. It's the subject that I'm going to go by. So the subject includes, I've already got. I'm going to paste that in there, so I've got exactly the correct subject that I want, so there shouldn't be any uncertainty on that. I can add another condition as well, so and we can say from. Okay, in fact I'm just wondering if I could have just typed Ancestry. Yeah, so I didn't need to go to all that trouble. I could have just copied and pasted the subject and started typing in Ancestry. It looks as though we've actually had a few different email addresses from Ancestry, but the one that we're interested in we've got there. Anyway, move to Ancestry matches, that's okay. I'm going to click save, and that looks as though it's okay. point, it's just worth explaining that there are some serious limitations to the rules within hotmail/outlook.com. That's really in the ability to be able to run a rule on demand. So if you have a look here on this screen, the second rule, the second ancestry rule just there, has a play button on it, which means I can run that now, as does the Benihoffer Bridge Club, the Book Sub one, and then some of the other rules don't. And the reason being for that is that there are only certain types of rule which you can run on messages that have already arrived in your inbox. So for example, if we look at this rule which I previously created, this first one here, which is to move all messages from ancestry@email.ancestry.co.uk. That email address also sends circulars as well. So in this case I've added an extra condition: subject includes and possible record matches in the Jones family tree, and I want to move those messages into the ancestry matches folder. Now this rule will actually run when new messages come into the email box, and I've just turned this stop processing more rules off. So when I click save now, then this next one will actually run. Now this one I can run on demand. I'll just go into edit and show you. Now this is much simpler. So this is from the same email address, but I want to move the remaining messages into ancestry circular. And you can see that I've got the run rule now box available there. So I'll click on save. So basically, if a new message comes in from that email address and the subject matches, it will go into the ancestry matches box. If it doesn't match that subject, then this next rule will actually sort of take over. So it'll move all the rest into ancestry circular. So you need to be a little bit clever about how you set up your rules. Hopefully that's something that Microsoft might change in future, because it's really inconvenient, because you've got to give it a fair bit of thought. Hello again, I'm really glad that you've made it this far, and I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure that you get told when I upload a new one by clicking the subscribe button and bonging the bell icon, which you'll find just below the video. Until next time, I'll see you then. Thanks a lot.